Daigo. And Daigo is still trying to find his discarte against LeBlanc.
In that
against
mid lane. And NAGA Esports, even if they did trade, or actually no, the Dragon will be just taken right now. They did get the Rift Herald there for Acarine, so their pushing power is okay in the top lane. Will they be able to transition that into the top tier 2? Don't think so, as Deuces here will be defending his top lane for now.
Yeah, I would say maganda. I would say na in theory, ang early dragon hindi ganun ka-beneficial. In theory, ang early dragon hindi ganun ka-beneficial.
It's more of investment talaga.
Pang-deny lang. Pero looking to the items ngayon na meron, double BF sword, dalawang boyfriend, meron dito para kay Marky. And there's of course the Zhonya's Argus completed para kay Fade. And you could see also Deuces leaning through or di pa, mukhang ulang pa, on building up that Roa.
Yeah,
so, napaka-beneficial na ng ano dito, ng Dragon Buff ngayon para sa side ng Celestial Esports. So, and thinking on a 5v5 team fight mo ang risky para sa NAGA Esports.
That's true, because NAGA Esports, they're not looking for the fights. They're looking for the the pick-offs with Daigo if he has the damage for it. He does have the Drakthar right now, so we'll see if it is going to be impactful as he is being leashed into that mid lane from Faye, just putting so much hurt into him. He didn't build for the Hex Drinker. He's looking for the as much damage as possible.
Yan nga eh.
Now, just a little bit of insight dun sa double BF sword here from Marky. Naging medyo trending na to ngayon para sa mga caster ADRs. Like before, it was, rush into that Essence Reaver. But the problem with the Essence Reaver is that it kind of lacks damage kasi nga you're just building the BF sword, the hammer, and then the crit cloak. Wait.
Okay. Hold on. There's the ult mula kay Daigo. Tingnan natin kung working nga ba yung Drakthar na yun.
No.
And of course, there's the big pop. There's also the mini pop mula din. So, ni Daigo.
Oh my God, the damage.
Yes, the damage mula kay Luxuria. Kung walang ebb and flow mula dito kay Badger, half health na itong buhay ngayon ni Luxuria. Maraming salamat din. Max ebb and flow ang kinuha dito ni Badger.
Yes. So back to what I was saying, kasi nga medyo nagkukulang yung damage from the SS Reaver, people actually, or rather caster ADRs actually go in for that double BF sword just to beef up their, their AD ratio on their skills and then build into their first major item. So this actually does smoothen out yung parang power spike or power output na meron ng isang caster ADR.
Wow. Pariski. Napaka-risky talaga nitong Kog'Maw pick against LeBlanc.
Yeah, kasi ang dapat magiging threat dito ng NAGA Esports was supposed to be Daigo in that mid lane. Problem was, he actually lost the 1v1 in Fate in the early game. So now, again, like I said a while ago, he has been leashed into his mid lane. He's transitioned to the bottom lane, but he's still farming for an item to make him a threat.
Yes,
so, ang titingnan na dito ng Celestial Esports, Daigo's non-existent for us right now. Let's just go in, get free towers because they have no fighting potential. Acarine can go for, a possible explosive cast into our turret, but then there's not enough damage from the side of NAGA Esports that maybe just one Monsoon from Nikos can stop that aggression. One Monsoon, one Eye of the Storm, and then they're okay.
Yeah.
Diba?
We're going to see more aggressive plays na rin na manggagaling mula dito kay Deuces, especially that Rod of Ages is now completed. Tinernohan pa ng Roa, mga pre. Wow, may one death na rin pala, no?
Rod of Ages sa Roa is the same thing.
Ay, Lucidity.
Yeah, boots of Lucidity, man.
Ayan, pinaranapan pa ng Lucidity, sorry. And so, right now, may death na rin pala si Mikos dito, no? Yung kanina, si Bay, na binibigyan ng kill ni
gank here though.
Marky. Alright, there is the explosive cast para kay Deuces. Kakabili ng core items, kakapatay sa kanya dito ng NAGA Esports. It will be top lane against top lane. Suzaku securing that kill.
Daigo.
And Daigo cannot anymore do anything against Hex.
Now Hex, you know what? All he has to do is activate that turtle stance and then he's not gonna take any damage from that Daigo
Runic Echoes, man.
ultimate. That's true. So right now I think there's no one gonna defend that bottom lane, so they have to fear the split push potential of an Udyr, especially with a maxed out turtle stance maxed out Phoenix stance and that Runic Echoes just clearing out the waves really fast. They have a siege tank here or siege minion, so it's gonna be even more damage onto that bot tier too. So they're gonna trade it for the Rift Herald here, but Celestial Esports getting quite a bit of advantages here as well as objectives.
Raptor Cloak, si Hex dito. But hold on, there's a team fight breaking
wow,
out.
look at the
Suzaku,
damage.
solo, force a flash out. Papunta siya back onto the blue buff.
Here's Hex.
Now Hex against Daigo. Daigo puts in
Yes,
the W to
flash.
stop. And here comes the promo time mula kay Hex. Flash bear slap now onto Badger. And it'll be Nami running for his life. Fate gets the burst. There's also the Zonya's Hourglass getting pop. Akare didn't manage to put up that explosive cast. Of course, it is on cooldown.
Look
Just
at
like that,
yeah.
napigilan yung referral. Wow.
Look at that chase potential from Celestial Esports. Nag-dive sila, and because, like I said again, kulang sa damage on NAGA Esports here, even when they got like a few seconds underneath that tier 2, NAGA Esports could not finalize, and like I said, Miko's with that Monsoon and Eye of the Storm was just enough that
Wow.
Hex didn't even die.
And the Hex is going for that split push. Tama. Binigay sa kanya yung ano,
Referral.
binigay sa kanya yung Rip Herald buff. And now, he's completing this portal galing dun sa Raptor Cloud. Wow, Zerot. Wow.
Zerot portal.
Not every day you can see the Zerot.
Yeah, that's true. But it does give you, you know, that really good resistances as well as the, how would you call those? Void bugs.
Oh nga, man.
That pushes the lane and explodes when it can. And right now, even if it is only at 2,000 gold lead, every objective, or all the objectives actually going in favor of Celestial Esports here. And NAGA, the power curve that they're looking for isn't in the 18-minute mark. And
Naga
it
has to
actu-
fall back.
Yeah, and it has been quite delayed by these aggressive moves coming in from the Celestial side. So like you said, this Kog'Maw is proving a little bit of a hassle for NAGA Esports to actually baby. So they have to prolong this game as much as possible, get that Kog'Maw to where he wants to, and then possibly work something off of that. But right now, all they can do is put defensive vision, stop the pickoffs coming in from Celestial Esports side, and at least have, find a way
Wow.
for this Kog'Maw, for this Zed to actually have a consistent stream of gold to get their itemizations. Problem right now is that Celestial Esports are gonna say no, they just want to go in. Deuces here might get caught out though.
Okay, tidal
Oh,
wave and Daigo
wow.
managed to pop in. Deuces, hindi
there's
ginawa
ultimate.
ni Deuces. Hindi nilagay ni Deuces yung kanyang ult sa sarili. And that is the explosive gas used by Akare onto two members of bottom duo dito ng Celestial Esports. Wow, what a strategy Celestial Esports is pulling off on this one. Z0 portal on the brush. If you're trying to face check that one, may LeBlanc na pa-promo para sa'yo.
That's
wow.
true. Man, if they said like it's like taking candy from a baby.
Yes.
You get the candy, but then the baby gets like your wallet for more candy. That's what Celestial Esports are doing right now.
And nilagay yung boss, yung
Oh,
jungler for the
Luxuria!
split push. Luxuria, Luxubay. No, there's the wild growth,
So
mga
much
kaibigan.
shield.
And here comes Naga Esports. Fade,
Oh!
is this it? Para kay Fade. Let's see, distortion out. There's also the illusion of
Oh, he
mula kay
misses
LeBlanc
the
getting
stun!
pop. And no, walang body slam, mga kaibigan. And because he's in the house to go for the peel. Hex goes for the turnaround. Tidal, no, that is the Aqua Prison not connecting. Luxuria still farming. And the Z0 portal is still alive.
Too much commitment there from NAGA Esports.
Yeah.
So Marky in the mid lane was able to punish with a mid tier 2. So granted that Celestial Esports are making work of NAGA Esports right now, but
Wow.
yes.
Hindi inalis ni Daigo yung Z0 portal. Dinaanan niya
I
lang.
think they were just looking for the steal first before
Yeah.
they destroy that Zizrot. So backing into what I was saying, Celestial Esports here are actually pincering in or closing in NAGA to their own base.
Yeah. Gandang
So-
strategy nun eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very hard to expect for the jungler to go for a split push build. Though
true.
medyo expected
They're
siya.
making-
May,
yeah,
may
the-
good split push kasi ang ano, may good split push kasi ang
Udyr.
isang Udyr.
And against a Gragas,
Oo.
you're gonna have an easy time.
Pero yeah, why go for a split push? Kapag malakas nga talaga yung team fight power ng Naga Esports comes ng team fight power ng isang kalaban mo. And Naga Esports has that one comes the late game, di ba?
Yeah.
Para kay Luxuria. Kung sama-sama yung Naga Esports and they have so much firepower coming in mula kay Luxuria, it will work nice for Naga Esports. So if you want to break that formation, go for a split push. And a tanky split push
That is
at that
so
one.
true. Tanky split push who can actually duel anyone right now from the side of NAGA. Even Daigo doesn't want to touch Hex.
Yeah.
Because he just has too much potential and possibly a follow-up Iceborne Gaunts here for Hex. So if Daigo sticks to Hex even just once, that slow will let Daigo stick, or rather Hex stick to that Daigo or that Zed all day long.
Wow. And Fade just kept on connecting that Ethereal Change, and Hex just kept on destroying those towers.
So, I guess ito na lang din yung saving grace ng Naga. If they are pushed into their own base, they have a lot of wave clear, especially with the Bioraking Barrage Rage Blade combo here from Luxuria. They can use that to clear the waves quite easily, and that might give him what we're looking for, that stream of gold at NAGA Esports. If they can slow this down, they have a possibility of coming into that late game. But right now, it's a problem because 5,000 gold in favor of Celestial Esports and NAGA. If Celestial Esports do decide to get that Baron, don't really have much opportunity to go in and, you know, contest, because there's so much dive potential here from Celestial that you saw there already. Fade almost bursting down Luxuria, and it took, what, the ultimate of Suzaku, the shield or the heal of Badger, as well as so much of those skills just to save Luxuria from dying from that one combo from Fade. So Fade right now with the, I would say, the Bruiser build here for the lip block actually makes him tanky and still a threat. But there goes the initiate for NAGA.
Of course, kung kulang sila, why not go for the hard initiate? That is the glacial path na magagaling din mula kay Deuces. Ngunit walang lumabas na trophy. Lissandra, there's still an eminent run coming in from the mid lane as Hex is closing in onto that mid lane inhibitor turret.
Yeah, Akarane here though has been making good plays when he actually goes in with a 3v1 to 2v1 against Deuces, but in the fights, when it should count for NAGA here to at least, you know, stave off the pressure of Celestial as well as give them the resources, or, you know, get them the kills as well as the gold for that, Akarane has not yet shown up in this game, so it's kind of looking for him because he's the guy who, you know, gives them the kills because of that explosive cast. Because Tiger right now is in hell because he's gonna go up against Hex, and Hex right now, look at his itemization, Zizrat Portal and Iceborne Gaunts, lots of armor so that Tiger can't pierce through all of that resistance is coming in from the jungler of Celestial here.
But I cannot see Celestial Esports pushing this top lane turret anymore. Mabilis yung wave clear na nanggagaling din mula kay Daigo. Just delay this one, and NAGA Esports has all the hits to defend this turret. Sobrang tagal na nga nung siege dito sa top lane turret. Nabasagan na itong Celestial Esports ng outer bottom lane.
That's what I'm talking about. They have the wave clear as well as the turtling potential.
Yes, main.
But NAGA, Celestial Esports, they don't have to go, you know, greedy. They can just pressure NAGA a little bit, provide the wards that they can for the objective. So Baron is objective here that Celestial Esports can get. 2 minutes on that dragon, but NAGA immediately, you know, sets up their vision, so they don't want Celestial Esports to get any freebies. Akarane here might get the delivery.
Oh, it connected, mga pre! Yes, there's the Sonya's Hourglass, but everything will be thrown, and it will be Suzaku securing the kills onto that Fade.
So really nice play here coming from NAGA. They knew that Celestial Esports were backing off already, probably getting their items or setting up vision elsewhere, and immediately they say, okay, this is a chance for us to catch someone off guard. We got it, golden for this mid tier 2, and it works well for NAGA.
Yeah,
they're still behind in gold, but it looks like Celestial here are going for an engage.
Okay, there's the ult. Received by Akarane on this one, but the deal is real. Akarane will fall back. Suzaku in the front line. First lap again onto Suzaku. You have to take note, walang wild growth tons of damage na gagaling sa backline dito ng NAGA Esports. Marky is closing in. Has 4 members. Will try to back out. And Daigo will go and rotate for this bottom lane and try to stop the lane from pushing.
Feared the wrath of Marky as well as that bad positioning coming in from Luxuria. He actually went in ahead of his own team, just a little bit there, but he got a brunt or a lot of damage from the calling of Marky. Oh, Marky actually steals it with the Ardent Blaze.
Wow,
Kappa Kappa.
Galing niya na. Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Kasama si... ito si Chris Brown eh.
Sino ba to? Si Jennifer Lawrence ba to?
Jennifer Lawrence. Ano nga sila eh. Ang ganda nga nung start nga nila eh, di ba? Nakukuha ni reporter. May kilala ka bang reporter na sikat? Corina Sanchez eh, pero hindi blood si Corina Sanchez eh.
Sa akin hindi siya, ano eh. I can't say that.
Basta, ayun, kanina interesting talaga Mikos, no? It could have been optimal for Celestial Esports kung napunta yung 3 kills from Mikos onto Marky. Pero
That's
wala
true.
eh. Yung feeling na yung ano mo, yung ADR mo, under.
Pero masaya naman si Marky dito kasi
understanding si Bay. Understanding.
Understanding.
Hindi
Sorry.
ibang Kapag under ka, yan, understanding.
Okay. Akala ko kasi may ibang underground sasabi dyan eh. Medyo PG-13 tayo dito, dude. Oh, he actually tried to go in on to Hex there. The Hex gets a little bit shredded by Luxuria. So, item decisions here from Marky is really good because right now, NAGA Esports have no armor whatsoever.
Yes, and Hex transforming onto Ninja Turtle. Pumunta dito sa isang Phoenix form. The best talaga ito, definitely not on their skin. There is a team fight, a
comes the shell
potential
shock.
team fight. Mga kaibigan,
Oh,
Glacial
he steals it!
Walang lumabas na deuces mula doon sa Glacial Fan, and Akarain again receiving the ult. This is not the best para sa Celestial Esports. Suzaku receiving enough damage mula doon sa galing. Akarain taking big na tank that he is. Now,
he misses the stun!
Hindi tumama yung kanyang stomach! Hex! Body slam kasi.
Ang laki ng stomach niya.
Oh, ang
pero-
laking gragas nun! And nobody died from that Dragon Peak. Man props for Akarain
Oh, this
for
might
that
be the
Dragon
tier 2
Peak.
here for NAGA, as well as Akarain, even if he has been missing those stuns, was able to get that first dragon for NAGA. So their damage
Wow.
right now is getting a little bit higher. That 6% will help Daigo in his mission to go in for the insane, 1v1 or the 1 pickoffs.
Napaka-pasensyoso ng NAGA Esports dito, no? They're
Yeah.
steadily getting back into the game. Wow.
And back to what I was saying, this is NAGA Esports playing to their composition. Yes, they're behind in gold,
Yeah.
but their composition promotes peeling. If they can
Yes,
peel,
man.
they can, just stave off or keep Slash Esports bay. But oh, Luxury gets delivered!
Kaso nasan yung follow-up? They're trying to focus onto Akarain. Grabe galit kay
Fade
Akarain, no?
box! Oh my god, Fade!
Fade receiving the Aqua Prison. That's the signal for the Denmark, and Daigo gets popped by Hex. This is just too much. That is the Odir. Definitely not Odir. Only 3 members, and
They're
you can
going
see
in.
Zoids for Luxuria taking on this team fight. Will they manage to walk on this one away?
Alright, Deuces does slow down Suzaku with the follow-up from the Hex stun.
Wow.
Will be able to get the kill, but look at that, Luxuria from the backline just was able to peel off. Oh my god, Marky still survives, but here's the bomb from the Kog'Maw, no! He was able to relentless pursuit out of it, so Marky stays alive.
Oh my God! Crazy play coming in from Celestial Esports. An ace, ladies and gentlemen, 12-16. We are closing on to the 30-minute mark ng ating laro. First game dito sa Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split, and everyone is stepping up, my man.
That was beautiful from Marky. There was, again, no armor for the side of NAGA Esports, so this crit build from Marky is just doing wonders. Ang natawa ako dito was like, Fade actually gets caught by the Aqua Prison, but the damage from Daigo wasn't enough to actually kill him. I'm not sure why, because he's so low in HP.
Na-receive niya rin kasi
Oh, he
talaga
got the
yung
heal
full
from
kay Deuces.
Marky, okay.
Yes.
So, with only 3 members from NAGA remaining, granted that they are that Kite team comp was not able to stop because, well, there's the chase, there's the pickup here from the side of Celestial Esports. There's Luxurg putting some work on the Deuces, but Mark is so fed right now. He's in his prime. This is the mid game, going into that late game wherein his itemizations, the crit boss, the crit lords is just too much for NAGA Esports to deal with. And look at this relentless pursuit. Oh, never mind. But that relentless pursuit was so beautiful.
Yes, man.
That the pop from the Kog'Maw was not enough.
Flash Bear Slap Lord Hex! Mag-isa na lamang siya dito!
So tanky!
Wow! But you have Luxuria for the
Daigo!
shred. This is so optimal para sa isang Kog'Maw, mga pre! And will be Deuces going down first in the front line. There's Akarain. Hex now also doing the work against Luxuria. Still Akarain is being the tank for his team. Fade trying to make this carry onto the side. Going for that distortion, not enough. Mark relentless pursuits out. Flashes in. Daigo with a shutdown. Next coming goes a double kill for Daigo. And Akarain is onto the advanced. Luxuria leading that one. And 3 members are down for Celestial Esports. This is a battle for the taking of NAGA Esports. No Hex, and even Fade is still hovering around.
This is kind of dangerous here for Daigo as well as Akarain because they're very low in HP, but Luxuria is pretty healthy. If he can get the quite a bit of hits onto Hex, he will stop off a possible Baron steal there, but because it's only the 5v2, Celestial Esports are gonna say no, we don't want that pressure. Oh, Fade is getting spotted out here.
Little flash.
Yeah, he had
Distortion!
to
No!
no.
Sabi na.
Spin attack!
Yeah, you have to respect the damage, the burst potential na meron ng isang Zed, friend.
Yeah.
Pag dueling talaga, iba talaga.
And you have to know, when the skill actually activates its damage for Fade there, when you distortion in, when you get to that spot, the damage pops. But,
Yes.
Daigo can hit you mid-air with
Yeah,
his shuriken
W,
as well
man, oh.
as his spin to win.
Spinning slash.
Yeah, spinning slash.
Hindi kay ano yung Tryndamere.
Wait. Yeah, but you know what we
Shadow
mean, guys.
slash.
Shadow slash. Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's a
16-16.
He's a flippin' ninja.
Yes, my man. You have to take note, ha? Ang tindi nung bag ng ninja natin si Kenneth.
Oh, Mikos gets
Blood
delivered.
Kenneth. Okay, there's the Glacial Bat. Mikos gets delivered, mga pre. And Hex Ninja Turtle
Oh,
on this
the
one.
knockout!
Oh, Deuces gets wet. And nice Badger securing that kill. Wow, NAGA Esports is dictating the pace of this game. Why engage against NAGA Esports with a Baron buff?
Well, I was talking about how Marky was in his prime. That was just a couple of minutes before Luxuria is now wrecking like a ball.
Oh, man, Zoids to.
Hashtag Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. Oh yeah, wrecking like a ball, mga pre. And now 3 members are going to defend against Daigo. In the top lane again, Aka Raid. Huwag nyo i-focus yan, pre. Yan yung tank
Look
nila.
at that Luxuria. 2.
Wow, Isis Luxuria, mga pre. And now the first inhibitor turret of the game will go down. Still, Daigo going for that split push over the top lane.
Yeah.
Where's the engage? Yun ang problema. Mas solid yung engage na ngayon ng NAGA Esports comes the late game because it is Aka Raid na tanky initiate for them.
Yeah, they don't even have to engage. All they have to do is come at us.
Oh,
Celestial
oh.
Esports, we peel you, and then Luxuria from the back line just pew.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
Happy
I
New Year.
have to do that. that
Pew thing.
yeah, the sound effects because it doesn't sound realistic if I don't do it.
Yeah, and I don't assume Rico is laughing right now.
I don't think she's. I think she's like checking, getting stats, so she's not really listening to us.
Yes, 17-16, ladies and gentlemen, 61.
Look at that damage.
Wow, that's a 3K gold lead all in favor of NAGA Esports. The strategy is just too much coming in with double BF Sword, Draktar, and of course, small Mortius completed para din dito kay Daigo.
That's the perfect AoE combo. Or
Yes,
sorry,
man.
for Luxuria, I would say. But Daigo, he's pretty good right now.
Manlalambot si Hex dyan, man.
That's true. Daigo, I think he still can't 1v1 Hex here, but that's not what Naga Esports are looking for. They're just looking for Daigo to pressure a lane, and the four members of Naga Esports will just push in a lane, and with that attack speed craziness from Luxuria, just get down inhibitors quite easily. Yeah, this brings me back to that HP shred from
Oh, there's that flash play mula sa Glacial Bat, pero nasa lupa rin yung Aqua Prison. Will Celestial Esports manage to hit Luxuria? Mukhang wala na silang skill na may tatapon dito. You have to take note. Aka Rain has no explosive cast, and Luxuria is closing into this mid lane inhibitor, mga pre. Daigo with a split push, Luxuria with a normal push, and now this is 4 members of NAGA Esports make that 5 as they are collapsing onto this bottom lane inhibitor turret.
Yeah, that all came down to Celestial Esports being a little bit too antsy to just roll over Naga. They went into the position where NAGA Esports will truly shine. A singular lane.
Nako.
Sabi nila, oh please line up. Ito na, bato na namin at skill siya namin sa inyo. Nandiyan si Luxuria sa backline. Meron na siyang Rage Blade, meron din siyang Blade Ring as well as the Rune Circuit. Shred your faces.
Wow, nag-flash in si Luxuria!
Grabe!
Ang tapang pre!
He gets the damage from Hex.
Oh, the flash in!
Nako, Luxuria, why?
Yes, man, the legendary flash of throw, man! Bakit ka nag-flash in? Daigo, Luxuria is now gone, the damage is now gone for the rest of the members of NAGA Esports. Hex is closing in, delivering the promo time against Badger, and Hex is just too tanky. Ewan ko kung matatakasan nyo tong Hex na to. Sobrang bilis, pre.
If Celestial Esports comes back from this, that will be, I believe Luxuria just saying, why the hell did I do that? That flash of failness.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's...
Walang burst po. Malakas yung Kog'Maw. Enough na yun pero yung burst potential for that flash play, man.
You really can't do that because
Oh my
Celestial
God.
Esports, they're looking for the range, and then Luxuria flashes in and gives them enough range to actually go in on him.
I mean, yun na si Luxuria eh. Kog'Maw late game na to eh. 36 minutes into the game. Look at the itemizations. Meron na rin siya nabuo na QSS. Why would you flash in? Eh, ikaw yung mainit sa mata ng Celestial Esports.
That's true.
Kung baga sa Valentine's Day, ikaw yung maraming gustong makipag-date sa'yo. Diba? Bakit ka pupunta sa gitna ng school nyo sa quadrangle and date me, mga pre?
That's true.
So dangerous, my man.
Kasi lalamugin ka ng mga fans mo din eh.
Ayun, no?
Yeah, diba?
But Wow.
I guess with that blunder of NAGA there, they didn't get that much punished. That not in the fact that they didn't get killed, it's the fact that Slusha Esports, even if they got the kills, weren't able to transition that into inhibitor so that the possible Baron coming in a minute will be much easier for them. NAGA Esports still have that threat in the mid lane from the super minions, so Slusha Esports have stabilized in terms of the gold,
Oh,
but in terms of the pressure from the lanes, it's actually going in favor of NAGA. But Slusha Esports, with a smart play here, actually creating pressure in the top lane. So kahit man bukas ang mid lane here for NAGA, they have to answer this top lane first before they can go for that Baron, because they want the wave to push in top lane for their favor so that they don't have to worry, you know, their top tier 3 going down from just the wave and the Zizrod coming out of Hex.
Now the big question is, will Celestial Esports seriously push this turret? Daigo, I'm not sure even if Daigo will commit onto pushing this bottom lane inhibitor turret, but yan, Hex is leading the front line. There's the Glacial Path Murari kay Lisandra. Suzaku receives that one, and the tidal wave will be up for the bill. That's the burst na magagaling mula kay Lisandra. And Daigo will be prompted to recall, mga pre. He will not push that inhibitor bottom lane turret.
No,
he is cancelled. Yes, wala na. Na-lost na yung objective.
Yeah, if they can
2 seconds, lalabas na yung Baron.
If they can stop the recall here from Celestial Esports, they can actually get 2 inhibitors already. So that's pretty good from them. And look at that!
Wow, walang ult si Lisandra. Actually doing the work of that one. Attacking members, 5 members dito ng Celestial Esports. And Daigo still going for the push. Oh my God, walang recall. No, may dalawang recall na nanggagaling mula sa Celestial Esports. Badger going so low. The crit is just too much. And Marky managed to secure the kill against Badger. Tingnan natin, ano na nangyari dito sa next turret na to. That's not a sizable damage for that engage. So, on that series of engage, 2 kills, di ba? Pero even pagdating sa inhibitor and turret rate,
yeah,
2 kills in the hands of Celestial
I think the
Esports.
middle one's about to respawn already.
Wow,
but
the decision
Celestial
making.
Esports will be fast on the trigger as they go in for that Baron. As look at that Marky just putting so much damage into the Void creature.
Walang teleport dito si Daigo. Akarin is closing in. Will he make a game-changing steal? And that is paid. Double distortion in. That's a window, a few second window for Luxuria to put in some free hits. The Baron gets stopped. Akarin, mapre, sobrang tanky, mapre. And that is the monsoon from because.
Yeah, smart decision there from the side of Celestial, but did they leave open the Baron here for NAGA today? It's still 5 members of Celestial Esports here. It looks like they're not gonna recall, and NAGA Esports don't want to have any of that.
And kahit si Baron mukhang pagod-pagod na, daming may gusto sa kanya.
Yeah, siya ngayon yung sinasabi nating
hot pick, no?
Hiligin.
Crush ng bayan.
Ng bayan, that's true.
Nako, mga papichulo. Shoutouts to Manjin, mga pre. Sigurado sa larong to, ang dami mo nang nagsabi.
Jackie Chan PH.
Jackie Chan PH, mga pre, and the Dragon has also responded. So ayan, mamimili ka, Dragon o Baron, yung mahal mo o yung mahal ka.
So I think NAGA Esports are okay with, yeah.
Ba't di mo sinagot?
Hindi ko pwede sagutin yun kasi wala naman nagmamahal sa akin.
Oh.
Yeah, it was back to the game. Back to the game, man. Back to the game. The game is much more important than...
Isa pang, Okay, back to the game.
So with this third buff here for the side of NAGA, that's gonna be even more peel potential, as that movement speed boost will help, you know, Luxuria position himself. They're gonna get the scutters, so even more control for that Baron if Celestial Esports do decide to go in for the fights.
Galing talaga ni Fade and Marky, no? Talagang napaka-consistent din talaga at napaka-maingat ni Marky dito. It's definitely undeniable that the Lucian is scaling down comes the late game, di ba? Pero 6
status talaga.
6-1-7.
When to fight. But the problem now is that bottom inhibitor here for Celestial Esports is opened up. So if NAGA Esports just clear out the wards and, you know, let that bottom wave how do you say this, formulate. Magtimpla muna sa bottom wave yung dami ng creeps na yan. It can opt NAGA Esports to go for that Baron immediately if they see Deuces here, and it looks like they will do that.
Well, they have the third Dragon buff.
Yeah,
din.
and they have Luxuria to, you know, peel or shred, sorry, that HP of the Baron.
Is this may teleport na manggagaling mula kay Deuces. Sinimulan na naman itong Baron. Napapagod na siya, mga pre!
They get split off!
Oh, nako! Naliligaw si Badger dito, but that's the best place for that tidal wave. Burst the damage! Nasaan yung teammates? Hindi sila makalapit because of the burst potential. And Badger and Akarin in a bad position. Forced to use the explosive cast. Now, Hex is isolated. There is the Lisandra. He didn't go in mula doon sa Glacial Path. Wow! Sobrang sobrang mainit sa isip.
Yeah,
Etong
both
laro
teams,
natin talagang humihinay-hinay sa engage nila.
hindi
Nobody's
sila
just going
todo.
all in.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason why NAGA couldn't go for that because 3 of their damage tiers was actually in over this wall. They didn't want to go in because, well, that's the worst position possible.
Yes,
They're just allowing, you know, Celestia Esports to be on that buffet, to have that buffet if they do go in aggressive. So
Yes, sobrang choke point nito. Wala kang halos matakbuhan
yeah,
para doon sa Ethereal Chains ni LeBlanc.
yeah, but that was. Aside from that, that was a beautiful ultimate from Akari.
Yes, man.
If he didn't do that, I think Suzuka would have, Badger would have died.
Yes, man. Grabe, intense match mga kaibigan. Guys, what you are watching is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. Week 12, the match between NAGA Esports versus Celestial Esports. You have to take note that dito sa dalawang team natin, if they manage to close the series 2-0, securing 3 points, they will lead the group stage with
12 points.
12 points, okay?
Yeah.
2 points coming in from the second place. So,
Grabe.
malaking security, malaking insurance para sa kanila pagdating sa group stage as we are nearing our playoffs here at the 2016
I have
Spring
to say, we're now in the late game, and this is actually proving much more difficult for Celestial Esports because of how strong that late game potential of NAGA is. So this is actually still, I would have said like, if this was like solo queue, kung nag-super, you know, I can say like most solo queue players would just dedicate everything that they have in that one clash and hope that they win. But this is beautiful here from the side of Celestial Esports. They know that NAGA Esports are strong because of Luxuria, so they're looking for that one misplay from the side of NAGA that if they do, that might be the opening for Celestial Esports to come back from this. So what Celestial Esports are doing right now is they're testing the waters. They don't want to go full commit because they have no... they do not have that potential to full commit. If they do, sampalin lang sila palayo ni Akarain.
Oh, man.
And then it might be a 4v5 just because of the damage output coming out of Daigo as well as Luxury. Even more from Luxury's
And sa
side.
5v5 configuration, ang pinakamalaking kahinaan talaga ng NAGA would be isang misposition.
Yeah,
diba?
exactly. Kagaya nung kanina,
Misposition lang
flash in
talaga,
for the death, not for the kill.
Flash in for the death. Tapos yung kanina, hindi nagko-commit ngayon yung NAGA. Diba? Doon sa teamfight sa River, nung na mali ng pwesto si Badger tsaka si Akarain.
Look at this, Luxury though, front line. Looks like he wants to go
Eto
destroy
na.
that inhibitor.
Luxuria, flash in!
Yes.
Naku pre, wag na wag talaga. Sobrang nagmamatter na bawat laro ngayon, ng bawat CS
Yeah,
ngayon.
but there's so much protect here for Luxury. I mean, you have the Wild Growth, you have the Mikhail's Crucible, even Nami SS. Akarain gets caught out here though.
Is that the best target still? Akarain managed to take a sizable damage mula dito sa NAGA Esports, and the sustain from Nami is just too crazy.
That's true. But it looks like Celestial Esports are looking for that angle. They want to get the flank, but there's not enough wardings in this bottom side for that flank. And actually they do flank. There's so much peel. No, ultimate comes out of Akarain, but nothing will come out of that, especially except for that mid inhibitor.
So, explosive cast in trade of
Inhibitor, that's perfect.
Yes, man. Sobrang chess game ng laro to.
Yeah, and again, there's no initiate here for Celestial Esports. If Deuces actually goes in, well, again, there's the ultimate from Akarain, and Badger gonna stop the other members of Celestial Esports from coming in, so that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for an immediate burst. But it's not possible because there's so much protect here from the side of NAGA.
This is not the best for Celestial Esports. Mga pretingnan mo naman, Luxuria Rambo. Diba yung buhay ni Hex? Isang W lang.
Nako.
Man, crazy. Like, Luxuria only has one resin. As in, isang item na lang bago mag-lock in.
You know, I would actually want to see a skin for Kog'Maw, Fire Hydrant Kog'Maw, tapos ganyan yung build niya. Bumubugan na lang siya ng tubig dun sa
Grabe.
Fire Hydrant Kog'Maw.
Kanina pa chase si Luxo, si Hex. Pagdating doon, nanlambot kay Luxuria, man. So, wala talaga, walang ibang solusyon. Find the
target.
Catch NAGA Esports
But NAGA
in a bad
Esports
position.
right now, or even as this game has been progressing, most of their fights or the objectives that they go in as a team, they know that they don't want for that split push. Even Daigo, you know, he was supposed to be that early game split pusher. He wasn't able to do so, but he didn't prove to be the defeat of NAGA because NAGA was able to slow down the pace of the game. Legendary Esports, they were getting Tier 1 and Tier 2 turrets, but the problem with that was, after that, what can they do? Only thing that they can do is to hope that they can get the pickoffs into the members of NAGA, which they didn't. So, Hex here.
Oh! Hex in Apple Pie! Hindi nakita dito ni Hakarin! This could be a messy team fight if everybody commits on this one, pero hindi. Sige, padala muna tayo ng Ghost. Alam mo, ano nangyayari dito? Pabilisan ng laban. Like, Celestial Esports, pinupush lang talaga nila yung mid lane ng todo, pero napakalabo nito. Looking for an opener to sneak in for the Baron, pero napakalabo rin, especially nga that the inhibitor, the mid lane inhibitor for Celestial Esports is now gone.
Luxury even has a Muff Mortius for the extra spell shield.
Wow.
So he's not gonna die that fast anymore from Fade. Like a while ago.
Is this the game-deciding dragon, mga pre? Luxuria! Luxuria! Ba't ka nakapwesto dyan? And there's the Glacial Pan. Akarin na tumidord! And napatala si Mikos dito and also Deuces! Still Tygo trying to gauge where to go in.
Deuces!
And Luxuria leading the front line. There's the snap onto Hex and Luxuria! Base mode, Zoid mode, going Wild Growth mula dito kay Badger. Fate receives the Gragas cast. And this is the dragon for the taking of NAGA Esports on top of 2. They are...
Follow up by that Baron.
Yes, 2 members ng Celestial Esports gone.
Alright, so let's go back into that fight. It was again Akarain. They were looking for him to go for it, the 2-man SS. And there you go, he gets it, he delivers it to NAGA Esports. Granted that the ultimate Mikos forcing out or healing a little bit to Celestial Esports. The problem right now here, the most notable problem was that Akarain was taking all the damage from the team members and Fade could not get in at all. Look at that, he's looking for that target, but no, the only one who's actually, being visible on his kill platter was only Akarain. And he doesn't want to go with Akarain. He wants to go for either Luxuria or Daigo. The problem with that is Luxuria is so healthy and he's so much protect from Suzaku and Badger that the members of Celestial Esports cannot finalize or even get that kill that they want. So,
man.
NAGA Esports getting so much from that. The kills, the dragon, fourth dragon I should say, and the second Baron. And after 6 minutes I think, it's going to be the aspect. So, it's now that countdown. Ito na, nagplant ng C4 ang NAGA Esports that if, like after 6 minutes, Celestial don't contest for that dragon, NAGA Esports getting the aspect can just roll over, bulldoze na ito sa members ng Celestial Esports. This is...
Kung may Nuno Blood Boy lang na magpa-5 attack speed mark na sana si
He doesn't even need that. Grabe.
He's now sitting on 4.4 attack speed, 4.4 hits per second. Mga pre, look at Luxuria! Wow, wala na makalapit kay Luxuria and I think Celestial Esports.
They have to give game 1 for this. Unless they can, they can capitalize off a mistake of NAGA. But NAGA
mistake
right
na
now,
lang ng NAGA dito.
are playing perfectly.
Isang flash in mula kay Luxuria. Ayun.
Para, I think, alam niya na eh. Sabi niya,
nasaktan na siya.
Oo, nasaktan na siya. Sawa na siya ngayon, kailangan niya ng bumawi. Ito na yung panahon niya para bumawi.
One is more than enough. First cut is the deepest.
Yes, that is true.
Na first cut ka na ba?
Tagal na.
Matagal.
What kind of question is that, man?
Natanong lang. Ayan. So, 2021, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of NAGA Esports. Wow. Understanding clearly their scaling.
Yeah, exactly.
And how to play it according to their composition. Wow.
Hex right now has so much HP, but that's not gonna matter against Luxuria. Oh, there you go. This is ultimate though.
Yeah. I would say, Akari didn't put out the best ultimates mula sa explosive cast, but
look
still,
at that. The combo from Fade
gets
immediately healed and shielded by the members of NAGA. So, Luxuria is in a pretty good spot right there.
Grabe, nag-aura burst na rin dito si Marky. Atake ni Vegeta. And now, we are seeing NAGA Esports closing in to this mid lane inhibitor turret. Second inhibitor na naman na nawala para sa Celestial Esports. Baron buff, sulit na sulit. Wala, ang hirap galawin ni Luxuria kapag nag-seal release na, pag wild growth ni Lulu. Papaulanan ka. Gagawin kang hito. Babasahin ka.
That's true.
2021, ladies and gentlemen.
So true. And
Grabe.
with that, I think NAGA Esports are almost in their 6th item. Oh wait, where is Deuces teleporting to?
Wow, he's teleporting. Talagang all-in na nga ba dito? Meron pa rin Baron buff dito ng NAGA Esports. Deuces will go down! And NAGA Esports Esports is going for the chase. Explosive gas still on cooldown, but it'll be Daigo now with the confidence to advance. Members, 3 members of NAGA Esports are going for the chase, and everyone's running for
Ayun yung
that.
flash in!
Ayun yung flash in! Trademark ni Luxuria flashing in combo! And now X is just going so low. He gets the igniting. They are...
So thank you,
wow,
bro.
they're almost going for the tower dive.
Yeah. So I
Top
think
lane inhibitor tower dive.
So I think I kinda got what Slash Esports mindset was because of that. Kasi isip nila, nag-back yung Naga. Kanina yung Naga nakakuha sa atin kasi nag-back tayo. Baka magawa natin sa Naga. But no, Naga, they back as a team, they push as a team. They will not find that opening that they're looking for. Akarain even eats distortion to his face and doesn't die.
And si Luxuria,
Oh
nakikita na
my
siya.
God, Luxuria!
Yan na, Luxuria, the flashing
So
combo.
much damage.
Again, Hex, man, nadikitan niya si Luxuria, but still, of course, the
Gong
scaling,
si Pachay.
hindi lang si Luxuria ang may stats ngayon, pati yung mga pillars niya. So, ang sakit na, wala na talaga. I think this is it for Celestial Esports as NAGA Esports is just doing the work all over their base. 2 members are still down. NAGA Esports calculating this so well, just waiting out for the creeps to destroy the first Nexus turret. Oh, wow!
Flashes
Double!
up!
Oh, napura!
Oh
sa
my
kapatid!
God! That Badger, please! It looks like it would have been Slash Esports getting a comeback as their AoEs do burst down Naga Esports, but Badger, I think that was a 4-man tidal
Tidal
wave.
wave! Paglabas ng tidal wave, wala, lahat tumba!
Nalunod sila!
Men, takloban!
Oh my
Wow! I would like to see a replay of that one. Sobrang flashy ng play na yon. Coming in from Badger.
Yeah, that was
Wow!
pretty damn beautiful there from
Pwede
Badger.
pa ma-replay nun? Ang
Yeah,
ganda eh,
you got
sobra.
that.
As in, pagtapos ng tidal wave, bangkay na. Bangkay na lahat.
Bangkay.
Wow. Crazy game. crazy game 1 from Celestial Esports versus NAGA Esports. Gulo-gulo. Kagulo-gulo
Okay lang.
yung ano ko,
It's-
headset ko yan.
I will give that to you kasi nagwawala tayo dito
Oh,
from that
man.
insane last man
52
stand.
minutes.
Yeah, last man stand from Celestial.
Okay, let's see, yan, yung endgame screen natin, but let's look for the replay. Ayan,
Yes, I'm
tignan
really
nyo,
looking for that
that one last
replay
play
as
coming
well.
from Badger.
Yeah. So here we are. Inintay na natin dito. All in na dito ang Celestial Esports for a comeback. But look at this ultimate coming out of Badger. Wow. Look at, actually lumabas yung explosive cast kay Akarain, and then that just gave Luxor so much free time to use that Runan's Hurricane and all of his itemizations to shred.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually, yan yung
peel off
mga,
the HP of Celestial Esports.
oh, yan yung mga times na pipicturean mo yung screen mo tapos ipapost mo sa Facebook, I don't know what I'm doing. Lahat ng graphics ng LoL nagsama-sama. But
Oh my
again,
God,
breaking
that
down
was
that match.
awesome.
Crazy match.
Alright,
Look into the endgame
So,
screen.
pinagsabi natin to throughout the match talaga. Where you're looking at the standings, guys, tignan natin kasi dito yung composition ng NAGA Esports. They were really weak talaga sa early game. They were looking for Daigo to actually be that mid lane Zed who actually gets the 1 pickoffs and then just allow NAGA Esports to scale into that late game. Problem was he didn't, but Celestial Esports, that one mistake that they did in the jungle of Naga, allowing Naga to actually just focus all of their AoE linear damage into that one line. Pila-pila na kayo.
Yeah.
They got the Baron out of that, and that allowed NAGA Esports, Luxuria, mostly, to get into his late game form. Ito
Yeah,
na.
nakarating sa late game form eh.
level or power level over 9,000 talaga.
Yeah, I would say isa dun sa naging kahinaan ng ng NAGA Esports. Kinulang sa tank. Building that CC Rot portal, it's a strategic nick. Pero if you're going for the split push, probably, well yun nga, kinapos na sa stats dito. Comes the late game, si Hex. So
That's
nung
true.
nagkaroon sila ng siege sa top lane, ang tagal nun nag-siege sila sa top lane, hindi nila na-push. Actually, nag-push pa yung mismong minion ng NAGA Esports doon sa bottom lane.
Kasi
Yeah,
so,
so-
nung power nung nung wave clear din ng NAGA
Oo.
Esports.
So yun yung signal for NAGA Esports. Naaamoy ko na. We just
Yeah.
stall this. Stall lang natin mga
Yun
pre.
na yun eh. Kasi
we'll get to that
yun ang
scaling.
problema ng Celestial. Yes, we get the tier 1 and tier 2. Paano natin kukunin yung tier 3?
Oo, yun nga eh. Yung pag-close ng game. This is an early game composition pulled off by Celestial Esports. Nice. Maganda.
Yeah, but
Maganda
they couldn't
talaga.
transition into that late game
Yes,
talaga.
man. Oo.
Yeah.
Kaya mabilisan. Makita mo naman yung rotation na ginagawa. Hex rotate ng rotate talaga yung bandang yun. Ang
That's
bilis
true.
ng decision making. But still, the itemization probably a positional advantage dito ng NAGA Esports.
Yeah.
That risk, yung risk na yon, yung Kog'Maw na yon, early game Kog'Maw na yon.
That was beautiful.
Of course, Daigo nga siguro kung nagkaroon pa ng magandang early game si Daigo, no? It'll be an easy game for NAGA Esports. Or at least,
But still,
not a
NAGA were
sketchy game for
able
NAGA
to,
Esports.
you know, just be able to move through the thorns and came out a little bit unscathed, but they got that Game 1 victory. So guys, that concludes Game 1
Yes,
in
man.
this Best of 2 series. Babalik pa kami para sa Game 2 sa isa pang
grabe.
mala-action. Hindi ko pa sabihin yung isang word.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Sobrang tingding laban na nanggagaling mula sa Celestial Esports. Okay guys, we still have our Game 2. Huling laban na ngayong gabi. This is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. We are now on to our Week 12, of course, brought to you by the official energy shot of the Pro Gaming Series. Booster C Energy Shot. Genius, boost your focus, boost your game. Ako po si GS Shinbo with a 1 for an eye.
And of course, I'm GS Astra with an eye.
Kami pa inyo naging shoutcaster. And guys, lahat tayo dito dyan sa ating stream chat, esports, nagdarina.ph/stream, Twitch, YouTube, Azubu. Okay? Lahat ng nanonood natin ngayon, kita-kita tayo for Game 2.
See you guys.